Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome to another fabulous CB and the Boys radio show. We have got a fabulous hot show tonight with some fire hot topics you don't want to miss. So just sit back and relax and buckle up. It's going to be a thrilling ride on CB and the Boys. So, see you in. George, roll it.
CB Booker, George, Record Boy Homie, Roger Hawkins, Mimi Acosta. Let's go! CB and the Boys, Midweek Motivator. Come on, gather around, get the 411, and let's talk about it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to CB and the Boys. I'm CB, of course, and we have the fabulous Miss Mimi Acosta. What's up, Mimi?
What's up?
And we have Mr. George, Biker Boy Holman. What's up, George?
Hey, what's going on? We got Trey in the house. What's up, fam?
Trey's in the building.
And Trey.
Hey, Trey.
All right, and looks like we are missing Roger, but hopefully he will join us soon. So,
yeah,
how's everyone?
He said he'll be with us here in about 10 minutes or so.
Oh, okay, cool, man.
So, how's everyone doing? Did you guys have a great weekend? How's your week going? Mental health check. What's up?
I'm good. I got a lot of work. Got a lot of work cracking. Shoot. Thought it was going to be a slow week, and it turned into
a mega week.
Almost a heck of a week. Matter of fact, I done booked so many projects and so much money that I hate to have to drop this bomb on you. But y'all ain't going to see me for 2 weeks, the next 2 weeks. I'm going to be without us,
wow.
Without y'all.
We're going to be without you?
Yeah.
That's all right.
For 2 weeks.
We're going to do what we do.
Yeah.
But I got to get that Monday, Sunday.
Yeah. For the money, for the right price, it might be like,
what's up, Gage?
What's up, Gage?
Hi, Gage.
Yes.
Trey, I'm already all on that. You know I'm on that.
Yes,
that's national news and it's homebound. So
don't be over here taking over my. Look, let me tell y'all something.
Look, you got me feeling some kind of way.
I know. Hey, let me tell you something. No, I know you got my back, Trey. Thank you, baby. Because I almost didn't have any tonight. Okay.
Well, since we already touching ground, I guess it's nothing to do but to click this button.
Let's go.
Come get the 411. And it's Mimi's drink special. Mimi, let them know what you're sipping on.
Look, I like my song, okay? I like my song. George, don't ever try to surprise me and remove that song or I'm going to trip out because I'll be over here like really like, hey. That should be so good. Okay, so check this out, guys. I have the bottle. I just didn't bring it to the press with me, okay? Because I forgot it. I was doing too much. I have coconut rum and Coke in this glass. Okay, Crucian coconut rum from the Virgin Islands. It's really crazy because my grandfather used to run the rum facility in the Virgin Islands. And I think that's how our family got a little trace, a bunch of little alcoholics running around. But anyway, this is some good stuff. I got my clear straw tonight. Okay, no red, no black, just a clear one. Because I don't know what happened to all the straws. I think I've used them all. And I try to go find them a straw. And all I can find is this one and a McDonald's striped straw. We ain't doing that. We ain't running no McDonald's up in this unless they're cutting a check. So that's what's happening on my side over here. Crystal, what you drinking?
Nothing.
Not even water? Crystal,
Nada.
no. Not two
Oh
hours
well,
without.
I do have water. I have water.
The old
That's
water from
it.
last week. Okay, at least you got water. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Hydrate, hydrate while we talk. And George, I know you got something over there.
Oh yeah, I had to go back to the watering hole with the E40 Slurricane sweet
Man,
tea,
he be having the
baby.
good stuff. You be
Got
having the
to have
good
the
stuff.
E40 working.
Yes, work that. And I know Roger's gonna come with his thing when he does come on. So I hope we hear from him. I hope he's okay. Well, you said he's coming on about 10 minutes. So yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna probably reverse it in the next 10 minutes because he's gonna be drinking something. Y'all know that little pinky finger be up in the ear like ew. So Gage,
Right.
what you got? Trey, what you got? I know two of y'all gotta be drinking something, something, anything. Just let me know what you got. So we can make it happen. Keep y'all in the loop because y'all look like y'all done taking over. Gage be coming with all the good news and slick shit, and Trey over there with the taking over the 411. Trey, look, let me tell you something, right? You need to call in. Trey got power aid. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something about the power aid, and you might want to do your own research on it because I was told that I need to stop drinking power aid because that is not good for like your pressure and stuff like that. Okay, so do your research on Powerade and Gatorade and all those aids that be having all that sugar. We thinking that it don't taste like it's got sugar, but it do a whole lot of it. Look at Gage over there, Grand Marnier and Apple Crown. Ew. Yes.
Gay's turning up with us tonight.
Trey, you can't say you're gonna call next time. Like, we talk about this all the time. Just call in. It ain't nothing to call in. You need a number. What? Call in.
It's on the screen.
Ain't no next time. It's on the screen. There you go. You got the number. There's no excuses. Just call and let us know what your 411 is. I want to hear your voice. I don't want to be repeating what you're saying or we have to flash what you're talking about. No, I want to hear it for myself. So, yeah. Anywho, there's a lot of 411 stuff tonight. So, let me just, a lot of 411. Okay. All right, Trey. Sounds like a plan. Whether you call in tonight or you call in next time, it's all good. But I'm gonna catch you from. You know what? Next time ain't gonna be no next time until George is back. Because if George is not with us next week,
Yep. Ain't gonna be able to take no callers.
and we're gonna be doing the 411 for a little bit, right quick. So check this out. Call in, Trey. Call in. Anyway, moving right along. There is a lot of shenanigans happening in the world today, y'all. But I'm gonna start out with this crazy chick in Chicago. See, I said it. He'll probably check in a little bit. But in Chicago, a woman who rammed her car into another woman's car during a wild gas station fight gets charged, as she should. Okay. So earlier this week, we shared the shocking footage of a wild fight at a gas station that went viral. The video showed two women fighting and one of the women ramming her car into the other woman's vehicle during the heated dispute. Well, since that insane confrontation, the woman who started the incident and intentionally rammed her car into another has now been charged with felony, criminal damage to property, 2 counts of aggravated assault, reckless driving, leaving the scene of a motor vehicle accident, and having no valid driver's license. The whole thing went down on Sunday, April the 16th. And it's crazy because she done drag her boyfriend. I mean, this chick lost it. Around 3:15 p.m. at Thornton's gas station near the intersection of Jackson Boulevard and Harlem Avenue in Forest Park, Illinois. Things began when the Chicago woman, now identified as 31-year-old Kendra Nance. It's something in the food with these kids, y'all. These 30-year-olds, these 20 and 30-year-olds, they're on fire out here. Not sure why, but they are. Things had escalated, okay, after Nance put the pedal to the metal and drove her Ford truck into a red van. She was so frustrated and angered that she ended up dragging her own boyfriend several feet across the gas station parking lot. Hold on a second, because something just happened to my phone. Okay, so she sped out of the parking lot into the street where she hit another vehicle that left her flipped upside down. Nance climbed out of the broken window on the driver's side and then started hysterically laughing. Her boyfriend ditched their vehicle and they fled the scene. Police later located them and sent them to Maywood Hospital and then arrested Nance. On Tuesday, April 18th, she appeared at Maywood Court to face her charges and have a bond set at $200,000. How's she gonna pay that shit? She's due back in court on Wednesday, April 19th, which is today, for violating probation on a previous case. You already know she's not coming home. You are violating
Negative.
probation?
Not gonna make it.
You're gonna sit your ass in there. They clap you $200,000. Look, she might have had that money in the bank because it was tax time. You know, tell her how many kids Marquita got. I mean, I'm sorry, what's her name again? Yeah, anyway, her. So shit does happen. Yeah. Shit does happen. It's not cute, but it happens. How y'all feel about that? Y'all got any words for that?
She get what she deserved.
She got what she deserved. Okay, well, moving right along. It's a whole lot of action going on. Jonathan Majors, yo. So I wasn't expecting all of this from this actor right here because I actually love his acting. I mean, to me, like between him and some of those younger cats right now coming up in the game, they're really like, I have saw them walking in like Denzel's shoes. Like, okay, these guys are really out here doing the damn thing, and then they do some dumb shit. Anyway, so now he has all these women coming out of the woodwork, talking about he's done some shit to them too. Marvel is reportedly considering replacing Jonathan Majors for an acting like Damson Idris in film following his arrest. He is not going to stop. So it looks like things might continue to go south for Jonathan Majors. Ever since Majors was arrested in New York for allegedly assaulting and strangling a woman who is reportedly his girlfriend, his career has been the same. However, an insider close to the film claims that Marvel already has typed of another actor in mind to replace Majors. Man, they'll replace you in 2 seconds. You can't fart in Hollywood. And like, that don't smell right. He's got to get replaced. He did it. We don't like him. Idris' name reportedly began to ring bells of a new film during the Hot Mic podcast with insider Jeff Snyder, who revealed that Marvel could be looking to recast. That's terrible. I feel bad for him because I actually liked him. And I shouldn't say I don't like him anymore. I'm just wondering what is wrong with a lot of these actors that are just putting their hands on women. Like, what's going on?
I know. And then it's fucked up because then when that shit happens and they replace characters that are, when somebody creates a good character, when they take on that role and they really become that person and they do a good job,
yes,
then that's what you expect that character to always be.
Yes.
And then when they come to a new person, you're like, man, I don't.
And I don't really think it's so much a new person. I think it's the person they've always been. It's just who they are. It's like, you still have your life and then you have the acting side of it. Like,
yeah, but I'm saying when you're used to a certain actor playing a certain role.
Right.
Like nobody else can be Iron Man.
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
If he screw up and they snatch him out of there and they got, was it Downey Jr. or whatever his name is, they snatch him out of that role and put somebody else in it, it's not going to be the same.
Right.
Nobody else can be that Tony Sparks. He's going to always be Tony Sparks for the rest of his life.
Right.
And I mean, so that's what I'm saying. They snatching him out the role, then it's going to be like, what?
Right. This person has to come in really swinging because Majors, he swings. Like that dude is the epitome of an actor. Like he's like the thing, man. So it's like, dude, where all these women all of a sudden coming out? Who's paying them? Are they trying to shut him down? Is he one of those that they're trying to shut down just because you're black, you're going up into the matrix too fast? Like, what is it?
Right.
I feel bad for him because I like him. I almost had a little crush on him at some point in time. Like, baby, I know you're young, but everybody has their little
Robbing the cradle. Cougar.
Let's not talk about what I could be for one night, okay? So, what is going on with folks shooting people in their driveways and shit now? So, another little chick, and this chick is young. Woman fatally shot by New York homeowner after pulling into a
Yep.
wrong driveway.
Yep.
So, New York police have lost their goddamn minds. Okay,
I have a video talking about that.
You have the video on it?
Yeah.
Do you have it
Well,
pulled up?
yeah, but it's in coordination with another 411 that I was going to bring up, and so
Okay.
they mentioned that also.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to talk about it just for a little bit right quick. So on Monday, New York police reported that a 20-year-old woman was shot by a homeowner after the car she was riding in drove into the wrong address. What's with the wrong addresses now? Anyway, Anyway, according to the sheriff, Sheriff Jeffrey Murphy, Kaylin Gillis and 3 of her friends accidentally pulled up into Kevin Monahan's home in rural Hebron. Am I saying that right? Rural Hebron, New York, while looking for the home of another friend. Once the women realized they had pulled up to the wrong home, Monahan walked out onto his porch and fired 2 rounds, in which one of the rounds hit Gillis. The women attempted to call 911 but had no signal and drove 5 miles to Salem, where emergency responders attempted CPR, but Gillis was pronounced dead. According to the sheriff, Monahan had been held at the Warren County Jail and has been charged with second-degree murder. The sheriff said that Monahan was initially reluctant to leave his home for several hours and refused to provide any information. Murphy said the case was very sad incident involving an innocent young woman. There was clearly no threat from anyone in the vehicle. There was no reason for Monahan to feel threatened, he said. He added that he wasn't aware of any interaction between the passengers and Monahan. No one exited the vehicle, which was only in the driveway for a short period of time. And look, guys, let me speak on that shit right quick, because that happens to me all the time. What did Gage say? What my boy say? When dealing in toxic relationships, everything is okay until one has something to lose. That is true. That is going back to what we were just talking about. Yes, sir. Yep. Sure enough. Trey said, love don't have no age. You know, and neither does getting a quick fix. Okay, so let's fast forward back to what I was talking about, because this is the thing. I'm a guilty party of one. If I am out somewhere at night and I can't find where it is that I'm going and I got to make a quick U-turn, it doesn't matter whose driveway. If it doesn't feel right and I don't want to go not even 1 foot forward, I'm going to jump into someone's driveway right quick and back out and get the heck on. So now I'm like, I can't even do that.
Right. But where do you see this driveway too?
Oh my God.
They had to be all the way up in it. Look, so with that being said, on the 411,
okay,
2 teens in Texas got shot. They were going to the car, and one girl actually attempted to go get into the wrong car, and the guy got out and shot him.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and in that story, this video also touches on the one you just told about.
Yeah, let's go.
So check this out.
Let's go.
And this is a shooting that leaves a small Texas community absolutely stunned and shocked. You mentioned these 2 cheerleaders were wounded. One of them is now recovering, and this morning, for the first time, Savannah, she's speaking out. In Elgin, Texas, an outpouring of support for a beloved cheerleader whose team says was injured in a shocking shooting Monday night that may have been over a misunderstanding. According to NBC's affiliate KPRC, the shooting happened when a group of cheerleaders stopped at a grocery store, and one of the group accidentally tried to get into the wrong car, stopping after seeing someone else in the car. After the girl tried to apologize, the man began firing.
I just, halfway my window was down, he just threw his hands up and then he pulled out a gun. And then he just started shooting at all of us.
Overnight, Elgin police arrested and charged Pedro Tello Rodriguez Jr., who they say fired into a vehicle after an altercation in a grocery store parking lot. Authorities say one victim had serious injuries and was helicoptered to a hospital. A local gym owner says that was Peyton Washington, a young cheerleader well known in the community.
She's won every title there is to win in all-star cheerleading. She's literally a role model for the kids in this industry throughout the country. Everybody knows her.
Friends posting on social media calling for support and prayers for the high schooler. It's one of several shootings to gain national attention recently. In rural upstate New York, 20-year-old Kaylin Gillis was shot and killed Saturday night when the SUV she was in accidentally pulled in to the wrong driveway. Investigators say Kevin Monahan walked out of his home and fired 2 shots at the vehicle. He has pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder. And this morning, Gillis's boyfriend, Blake Walsh, spoke exclusively with NBC News and said he just wants to share with the world how good of a person his girlfriend was. Meanwhile, we have since reached out to the suspect in that Elgin, Texas shooting, but as of right now, have yet to hear back. Savannah?
All right, Morgan, thank you very much.
Crazy.
Gage said, what did he say that happened? Well, I don't know what he said, but I guess we probably need to follow that whole little court thing, see what the hell he was talking about. What do you say to something like that? I walked out, I saw lights in the long 5 billion feet driveway that I have, and I just started shooting?
Right. Like, what the hell?
If the girls were lost, they were lost. I mean, you don't know that they're girls. I mean, all you see is just lights coming up your driveway.
He probably thought they were black.
He was already scared of something.
He was already
scared. Well, obviously, the one girl was mixed.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's just
but
crazy.
From that long away, how could he even see it, especially if it was dark?
And this is, I mean, this is just crazy shit happening all within the last week. You know?
Yes.
I mean, so with that being said, I might as well share this other one, which is the same one that Trey was talking about. And this is right here at home in Kansas City.
Oh, hold on. What's happened over there?
And this video is actually a few days old.
At Charmin, we
Hold on
make
a second here.
and we love trees.
No, Charmin got to cut a check.
We ain't doing the commercials. Hold on.
Right. No, we're not.
Raj is in the house though. I see
He's
pulling up.
He's creeping in. He's gonna be up in a second.
Yeah.
Pull him up. Pull him up. Pull him up. Pull him up.
Like he's trying to get himself together.
Yeah. That's cool.
But so here we go.
Okay.
The city community protesting on Sunday after 16-year-old Ralph Yarl was shot as he was trying to pick up his siblings last week. Police say Yarl accidentally went to the wrong address where he was shot and seriously wounded by the homeowner. Officers arrived at the scene after a neighbor called 911 and took the homeowner immediately into custody.
Our heart goes out to the juvenile victim, and more than anything, to make sure that this child and this child's family knows that there are people working hard, a number of people working hard to make sure there is justice for this person.
The homeowner, who has not been identified, was released after 24 hours pending further investigation. The police department says they're waiting to obtain a formal statement from the victim and further forensic evidence.
I want everyone to know that I'm listening, and I understand the concern that we are receiving from the community. The information that we have now, it does not say that it's racially motivated. That's still an active investigation. But as a chief of police, I do recognize the racial components of this case. I do recognize and understand the community's concern.
Yarl's aunt says her nephew loves music and is a section leader in his marching band. She says his goal is to attend Texas A&M University to study chemical engineering. Civil rights attorneys Lee Merritt and Benjamin Crump are representing the victim and his family and demanding swift action, and are calling the shooting horrendous and unjustifiable.
As a mother of 3 children, this enrages me.
And protesters gathering Sunday outside the home where Yarl was shot, demanding justice.
He is alive. He is healing.
Yes.
So I just want to tell you thank you for being here.
because my nephew is alive.
Yes.
Now the homeowner.
Hey, Roger.
So the whole deal.
Y'all already know.
What's up, Raj?
What up?
So the whole deal, that was that information. But since that report from CNN, what's happening is they found out the guy actually, they charged him with 2 felony counts of assault.
Good.
Because he shot. Because the more details came out, the dude actually shot him through the door without opening the door. He shot him once through the door. Then he opened the door and went outside and shot him again.
He shot him again in the arm.
Okay. So, and then they actually charged him, and he's out now on a $200,000 bond.
If he was black, if he was Latino.
Did he look threatening?
No, that was a kid.
Talking about he was scared. 84-year-old man.
No.
Talking about he was
saw the
scared.
picture of-
Thought he was trying to
Did you
bring
see
in the
the-
house.
Did you see his picture? He's like the ugliest old man you've ever seen.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
ugly.
Oh yeah. I got
Like-
it. I got it
Like
right here. Give me a minute.
Cro-Magnon man, Neanderthal man.
Yeah, but
Cave woman wouldn't have his ugly ass.
I mean, the problem is that first of all, you should be charged with attempted murder because you have the right to defend your premises, but only if someone, he has to be a threat, brandishing a weapon, or coming through the threshold. That kid was doing none of the above. So if that had been one of us, of course, different story, but we're not going to get into that. That being said, he was sitting there waiting for that shit to happen. Nobody's that vigilant that you just at the front door, like, if I don't know you and you knock, here we go. So, I mean, but I'm going to say this. I don't know if you guys heard about the young lady that was killed. It was a white girl that was killed by another cranky old white man.
Yes.
And so we can't use the race card. We can use that some of these old bastards ought to have their weapons taken away. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like after a certain age, you gotta go for your driver's license again, your arms license, because these people are losing their mind and not being funny. But dementia, Alzheimer's, all that stuff is real, and that can cause a knee-jerk reaction, which ends up like this. So an 80-year-old tries to kill someone who hasn't even made it to 21. I just think it ought to be a lot more stringent laws against that kind of thing. Sorry, old folks, but shit. I mean, we're all getting there. But if you can't prove that you're cognizant to do it, you don't
competent enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. And I like what Dave said. He said he got charged only due to community uproar. I just like the way that the community wants to wake up and be detective when it's a racial difference. That's unacceptable when multiple kids are incidents have occurred. Yeah.
Oh, agreed. And the problem is, I wouldn't have wanted him locked up. No, let him out. And actually, I heard, now I don't know how true this is. You tell me. My understanding is he really wasn't held for 24 hours. He was held for 2. Allowed to leave, and then he flew to his summer home or whatever in Florida, which is where old people go to die and retire. So all that to say, it probably nothing's probably going to happen, but let him out, because once it happened, I got to get there before the cops. Somebody's got to look. That can't be my kid.
Right.
That did happen, but they got him right back. And they charged him, and then he went out on made bail on a $200,000 bond, which it should have been higher than that. They knew, they should have known as soon as they let him out and he went to Florida.
Well,
come on now.
You guys
and now you're gonna give him as a $200,000 bond. That dude got grip.
Right.
Which means you only have to pay 10%, which means he was out. He was easily out. 10%,
right?
200K, 20K. He's out and gone. He had a plane ticket before he was ever done being booked
for killing an innocent child. That's what I'll get.
And CB, you're somebody. What he look like? Bam.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's him.
Oh, he looked like an old Italian.
He looks like what he is.
I used to be.
He looks like what he is. So, I mean, it's, the thing is, it's kind of like when people do something, say something foul, and then they apologize. It's too late.
Crystal stupid.
This ain't The Exorcist. What the hell are you doing?
He's evil. Take it away. Take it
I
away.
said it, managing in the house.
I
What's going
said
on?
it. What's going on? I said it. I was talking about you earlier, my boy, because I was saying, man, you're over there in Chicago with that chick at the gas station situation. That's over in your neck of the woods, dude. What's going on?
There's always something popping in shy.
But anyway, so moving right along. What is going? Okay, so guys, what's going on with these teachers messing around with these kids? So in Texas, because everything happens in Texas now.
Right,
Texas substitute teacher encouraged students to fight in a classroom, gets hit with 4 charges, as she should. So earlier this week, we shared a report of a North Texan substitute teacher being fired after being accused of encouraging students to fight each other in her classroom. The teacher was now been identified as 24-year-old, see, there she go, these little chicks, 24-year-old Natalie Garcia of Dallas. On Monday, April 17th, police in Mesquite, Texas say Garcia turned herself in, and she now faces 4 counts of endangering a child for the Student Fight Club incident at R.S. Kimbrough Middle School. Okay, so she's off the chain. On April 12th, they say that they immediately conducted an investigation and they decided to terminate her, which they did. In the same statement released, of course, and as they should, the hell. An accompanying video has since surfaced as well. It showed Garcia telling the students not to record the fights and to guard the door. She said, "What I need you to do is stand by the door and hold it in case somebody comes." 2 separate fights are seen on video, one between 2 girls and another one between 2 boys, all aged 12 and 13 years old. Yo, she ought to get thrown under the serious bus. They added her actions are appalling and intolerable. We share the disgust that the families of students in this class must feel. Meanwhile, Mesquite Police Department Lieutenant Brandon Ricketts claims that there is no longer evidence showing that Garcia has organized students to fight before the incident on April 12th. What are you guys' thoughts about that? Because everybody here has kiddos.
She's the Michael Vick of elementary.
Not the Michael Vick of elementary. That's cool.
How does that happen?
The thing is, I've said it before. You know, here's the thing. I started, quote unquote. I started coaching, and air quotes teaching when I was about 23, 24. The difference was I really wasn't like teaching, doing the classroom thing. I knew better, because unfortunately, when you're dealing with preteens, teens, and all that, there's not a lot of difference in some of the height. Look, some of these kids are as big as these young ladies. These young ladies walking in 5'2", 5'1", and shit. You got 13-year-olds and 12-year-olds that are like 6'3", and so there's a lot of there's I think it's just tough for them to respect. I remember having little bitty teachers in high school, and they were extra mean because they knew they had to get their bluff in, because you got these huge kids looking down at you like, and you're young looking, because 24, let's face it, really is young.
Yes.
And so I've always said I do not think a certain age of teacher needs to teach another. I really feel like there should be much more of a gap. I'm sorry, like I know people don't want to think about school more.
We know the teachers with the glasses, of the nerdy look, and hasty.
Yeah, I don't want a 23-year-old teaching my teenage kid. Like, that's too close to home. That's no different than an older sibling.
No, because that's how they get interested in the freaking boys playing freaking football and shit. Like, oh, he's
but look at what she did. Look at how she responded. I mean, she's still, in my opinion, she's young. So look at what she did. She literally was like, "All right, y'all go ahead, circle up and do that." Look, I mean, if that was college or I don't know, a particular club, do what you do. But the fact that she found that okay, in a middle school class, speaks volumes about what's going on with our today's youth. And she is today's youth to me, whether she's a teacher or not. She's a youth.
Yes.
You know, she's still young and dumb, in my opinion. Very little life experience, which means she's not old enough to have a 12 or 13-year-old. Therefore, she shouldn't be teaching them. And I've always thought that. I've always stood by that. If you're coaching volleyball or track, that's one thing. But to actually like be an educator and you're supposed to be an influence, I don't agree at all.
Well, 12-year-olds are having bababies, so you know, it's not like it was back in the day. I know not in your home, but Roger, what you sipping on? Hold on. What you sipping on?
I got a little golden lager in my glass. I'm just because I got to hit the gym when I leave. I got a little lager going on. That's all. I'm keeping it light.
Okay.
I ain't gonna leave you. I ain't gonna leave you now. I'm not gonna leave you out.
No, look, I was talking. I said that little pinky finger. Where's it at?
You know what it is. You know what
Okay,
it is.
guys. So check this out. So tomorrow we got some big shit happening. We just don't know where it's gonna happen at. There's a 600-pound NASA satellite that is falling towards the Earth, expected to land on tomorrow.
Oh,
Okay, a solar spectroscopic imager spacecraft known as RHESSI, whatever the hell that is, will be crashing into Earth after more than 20 years in space. You know that shit is going to break up into a billion pieces.
Right.
NASA warns that most of the satellite will burn as it's entering Earth. The risk of harming coming into anyone on Earth is low, approximately 1 in 2,467. They have predictions as to where the satellite pieces may land, but not disclosing that information at this time. So you guys stay tuned to the news on tomorrow because it might land in your backyard.
Look, it's paying rent if it does. Why wouldn't you disclose that? See, that just goes to show how big of assholes, some of our officials are in this country. It's like, yeah, it might kill somebody, but we ain't telling.
The shit is coming from space. You don't know what the hell the direction of the wind is going to be to push that shit off into somebody's,
But they know after 20 years it's coming back. So you tell me like that makes no sense. That cracks me up. Mm-hmm. That's all right. Like I said,
hey, Trey said time to get paid. You ain't lying. Okay.
Let it fall down the street and then run and get up under it. My neck and my back.
My neck and my back. Okay, so this is my last 411 before I go off into you guys to see if you guys have any. Florida lawmakers passed a bill allowing the death penalty for individuals who have sexually abused children.
Really?
What is your take on that? Because it needs to happen.
Shit, most of them are going to get caught. Fucking dirty bastards. But see,
Yeah,
you know how many priests and politicians would die? You know there's going to be exceptions. I'm all for it, but know there are going to have to be loopholes because so many elected officials, clergy people, and all kind of high profile folks would be smoked. So it sounds good. It sounds great.
Yeah, it sounds great to me too. I was like, what went on in Florida in 19? Okay, so Roger, I have one for you. I'm stepping into your zone just a little bit with this one here. Okay, so and all I got was this because I didn't get the full scope of it. I just saw it and I wanted to run with it. Former NFL defensive end Chris Smith dies at 31 years old. I don't know if you know the name. I don't know what team he plays with. I don't know anything about it. I just wanted to talk about it. I just want to talk about these young kids dying.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's an NFL player, like, dude, what happened? They don't have anything on it just yet. It's just the fact that he died.
But it's happening more and more often. So it's more, obviously it's a little more noteworthy because it's kind of a high profile person. But yeah, there's something very, very unusual going on. How many times do we look in the news and see people 30 and under constantly dying of what are considered ailments that don't affect people until much later? Now all of a sudden they are. So yeah, I have my hypotheses on it, but I think there's something not too, there's more to it than just look what happened. Put it like that,
Right.
I think there's some help. They have some help, So
right.
I'm sure it'll come out in the days to come. But
Trey, I like that. Trey said put them under the jail with no lube. Okay. So we'll keep it moving. And DL Hoogley, my boy, because I love him dearly. He said, if you cannot shoot strangers for just knocking on your door, Jehovah's Witnesses are in trouble.
I saw that. He's a fool. He is
a fool. He's a fool. But that is it, guys, for my 411. Does anybody have any 411 to add to my 411?
So,
you.
Go ahead, Crystal.
Oh, I was going to say, I'd like to send our condolences to the family and friends and colleagues of the K-pop star Moonbin, who died today. He was a member of the K-pop group Astro, and his cause of death is unknown, but the speculations are that he took his own life. And I just want to say to those listening that when someone is famous, considered an idol, or someone that you supposedly love and you're a fan of, don't send them hate. You have to remember that these people are still people. They're human with feelings, with you know, and it hurts. Words are powerful, and they can be worse than getting hit on the head with a stick or stone or being shot in the head by a stranger. You have to choose your words. And if these are people that you are fans of, then be a fan. But don't be the reason that they're full of anxiety, the reason that they want to take themselves out. People need to realize that words are powerful. And sometimes it's not what you say, but how you say it. But when people go live, it takes a lot of courage to get in front of a camera and share your life or share your thoughts or just show yourself. And a lot of these idols and a lot of celebrities in general, when they do their lives and their Instagrams, they're being themselves. They're not being scripted. They're not being told what to say. Well, some are, but for the most part, they're not. And they're trying to have that intimacy with you as fans. But stay in your lane as a fan. You do not own your celebrity. Now, they say when you become famous, your life is no longer yours. And in some instances, that is true. To some aspect, that is true. Because you share what you want to share. If you want to share your entire life with your fans, you can do that. That's your prerogative. But if you want to just share bits and pieces of your life, that's also your prerogative. And as fans, we can't be disgruntled when we can't see anything more. So as fans, I just want to say, stay in your lane. You're fans. You don't own the celebrities. They're still people with thoughts and feelings, the same as anyone else, the same as regular people. Because at the end of the day, if you prick us, if you stick us, if you stab us, we're all going to bleed red. Nobody's color of blood is going to be any different. If you're Asian, your blood's not yellow. If you're black, your blood's not black.
Yeah, totally agree.
So we need to take that into account. And he's had a lot of hate that was thrown at him for no reason. And there are some of these fans who like to see people hurt. They like to see their celebrities hurt. Mm-hmm. I saw some screenshots of comments that he was given where people were encouraging him to take his life, telling him they would be happy if he died. Who does that? And the thing is, when you're in the public eye, as we all are, and you get on your own personal platforms, whether it be Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is, Facebook, you're taking a chance and putting yourself out there. And yeah, you're going to get hate. But all I can say is this, the hate needs to stop. It really needs to stop. And I know my favorite group, BTS, Jimin gets hate every single day. And it's mind-boggling how so many people can say, I love you, I love you, I love you, yet they hate you.
Yeah.
And that's just a hurtful thing.
Yeah.
Being in the public eye, you take your chances, and you have a lot of courage to get in front of the camera, say what you have to say, share your life with people, share your thoughts, your insight, give advice if you give advice on your screen. It doesn't matter, but no one deserves to get that hate, except maybe the old 84-year-old that shot the 16-year-old in the face. He deserves to get all the hate in the world. But on a serious note, condolences to Munden's family. His sister is also an idol, and she's going to be devastated because she was saying that her brother was her rock. When she was in her trainee stage, she has already debuted with her group, but it's devastating, and so unexpected because they just came off a world tour. Astro just came off their tour. And it's just, it's surprising. It's really surprising. You don't expect it. But the thing is, you never know what someone is going through. So that one hateful comment could be what pushes someone over that edge.
Yes.
So we need to choose our words carefully.
Wisely.
choose your words carefully.
Mm-hmm.
And just remember, celebrities are people, just like you and me. They put on their pants one leg at a time. They put on their shoes.
I don't. I'm just kidding.
I'm a Martian. I am a Martian.
So I'm just saying, just choose your words and just remember that. So
Yes.
people are people.
Yes.
Treat people the way you would want to be treated. That's all I'm saying. I'll get off my soapbox now, but I just wanted to say that in condolences.
Until they treat me any old kind of way, and I gotta show my Puerto Rican ass. But yeah, I try to treat people like how I want to be treated.
We're talking about ass showing in about. We're gonna talk about showing ass in like 15 minutes. About 15 minutes, we showing all kind of ass.
Okay, George, you got 411, babe.
So, well, two things actually now, because I actually pulled up something about that satellite.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get through this little commercial thing here, but
homes and businesses is here.
We need to send them. We need to send them an invoice. Go ahead, run it.
Just $50 a month with price lock and no monthly fees.
They be like, "Who the fuck is Indiana Boys?"
What if that thing did break into a bunch of little pieces and hit somebody on the head?
they say most of them is gonna burn up.
They hope.
It's on today.
Yeah, it is good. Well, that's on today's almost gone.
They said it hit the atmosphere on their day. Hey, you see that?
Yeah. You realize that probability is still pretty high.
Yeah, it might burn up. That looks pretty hot.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Okay.
They said that the chances of getting hit by pieces are 1 out of 2,000. That's not a very
That's a lot.
good number.
So let me ask you guys a question, right? Because I'm not into science. I'm just really not, even though I love it, right? But so check this out. Coming from the little chick that does not know, who determines when the hell this thing is gonna just like fall out the sky? It just looks like a button that they press and be like, okay, come on down.
Yeah, the scientists that control it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty much engineers and scientists.
Yeah. About the point they decided, they realized they've lost complete control.
Mm-hmm.
They estimated speed and distance and tell you what it's going to take.
Yeah, everything has a shelf life. So yeah, pretty much it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Do you have any idea how many satellites are up there?
Yeah, you really
around
don't.
I know it's a bunch of them.
Several thousand satellites. Several thousand satellites orbiting in Earth.
Yeah, and they're not all from U.S. They're from like all countries.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that's why there's no privacy.
Pretty much. So yeah.
Matter of fact,
For you guys who like sleeping outside and doing your thing outside.
Hey, listen, I got one rule. Just don't interrupt me. Shit. I got one rule. Don't fucking interrupt me. You can ask questions later, but don't interrupt me. And if you put my shit,
Trey, shut up. Talking about Mimi, do I have to hide your knife? You gotta hide my AK-47.
You gotta hide it out.
So check this out. The Union of Concerned Scientists recorded 5,465 active satellites in various Earth orbits.
Wow, that's a lot. That's why you can't do shit. Yeah, you can't do nothing.
No, you can't.
I mean, literally, that's why when people talk about going off the grid, they really aren't serious, because to go off the grid, you have to leave everything that's ever had a battery, computer chip, a circuit. You have to leave anything.
With the clothes that you're wearing. Basically.
Maybe, because you can be tracked.
Right. Fibers might have a little.
Hey, I used to love the show Naked and Afraid. Fuck it, let's go do it. we in the jungle. See, you have to. But,
CB, whatever.
So
Don't
we'll
be
be
able to be
talking about that later.
like, ew, I don't like that show. No.
But
so I'm gonna bring this one up now.
What's that?
This is my other little 411. And when I tell you this shit is crazy, this shit is crazy. Give me 1 second here. What did
I'm about to say, keep me crazy.
Commercial play.
You gotta play that first. Now we advertise to these people.
All right.
We need a kickback.
So check this out. This is for me.
Right inside the walls of California state prisons. Tonight, the felony flights leading to a federal complaint against 4 men, including 2 here in the Sacramento region.
CBS 13 Steve Large is live at the federal courthouse with the details inside those court documents, Steve.
Yeah, I got a copy of the court documents right here. You know, it may seem like it would be easy to detect a drone flying over prison grounds, but these court documents show that these guys were able to make these drug drone drops over and over and over again before finally getting
They're
caught.
talking about a drug drone drop.
High state prison walls, no match for higher flying drones, smuggling drugs into the California state prison population. Court documents show 4 men are under arrest for the drone drops across 9 state prisons, including California State Prison Sacramento. The documents reveal heroin, methamphetamine, cocaine, marijuana, cell phones, chargers, and phone parts were all dropped inside prison walls. And the defendants, in some cases, dropped the contraband on prison rooftops stuffed inside a pigeon or hidden in a mop head.
The new version of using drones to drop the drugs in.
Sacramento State criminology professor Dr. Shelby Moffitt says the new high-tech trick takes the place of smuggling in drugs through family visits or prison staff.
How many of these officers can be watching every single inmate at every single minute of the day for them to be doing the things they do?
This surveillance video shows a drone drop at an Ohio prison, a prisoner looking up and trying to time the drop in an outdoor courtyard. Ohio prison guards say this drop included marijuana and a cell phone. The court documents reveal the defendants in this case planned the drops in the evening and overnight, when the drones were less likely to be seen and heard, and even bought camouflage gear they wore when flying in the drugs and cell phone devices from distant locations. A series of high-flying felony acts, not to get out of prison, but to get in.
Wow.
Hey, they're getting creative, man. You gotta
Creative as hell.
They're getting creative.
That's been going on for a second.
Now,
Right.
here's the
Anyway.
thing. All that
They
shit
just
about
got hip to it.
agency- No, ain't no just got hip. It's bullshit. You know, they have to allow a certain amount of contraband and drugs in. Otherwise, those prisons would just explode, and they know that. And so the officials have to turn a blind eye. I mean, get mad all you want, but it's the truth. They know that shit comes in there, but a lot of those COs make money off of that, and it keeps some of the population in line. So you have to turn that blind eye that we're talking about. They know that shit's happening. Have you ever even seen a bird fly near you that you were like, what was that? So you're gonna tell me a fucking drone is gonna bring something in an open air sky and nobody saw it, huh? They've got guard towers that are how high with rifles? Shut up. Like I
How the
said,
hell are they dropping? How the hell are they dropping the birds?
because
on the
they're getting
rooftops?
paid. They're getting paid off. That's why. Like I said, they just look. They're
All
just
you
tired
can see
of
is a
people
bird
smuggling
dropping on
heroin.
the damn rooftop stuff with drugs in it. What the hell?
Right. So gone are the days of having your girl bring it in or shoving heroin up your ass in a condom. Now you just have a drone drop it. So, hey, you know, it's a little fresher. It's a little fresher.
That's disgusting.
That's real
Anyway.
shit.
So does anybody else
No
have
more,
411?
no more smoking booty weed.
Yeah. Well,
Ew.
yeah.
Well-
Okay. I'm late, so I don't know what you covered, so I don't want to double cover anything.
No, just bring it. Just bring it. Let's see what you got.
I was going to talk about my guy Jamie because Jamie Foxx had a stroke.
Yes. I didn't cover that. So let's talk about it.
I didn't even know that.
Jamie was in the ER last week. He was on the set of a movie in Atlanta, so Mimi's ass should have known it. But anyway, yeah, Jamie went down. They always like to call it exhaustion or some bullshit, but his daughter reported and then a day or two later they said it was a stroke. So that's pretty serious, obviously. I think he's recovering pretty well. The one thing about strokes that people don't realize is if you catch it, by catch it I mean get the person help within about an hour or two, you can just about 100% reverse it. The problem is so often stroke victims have it alone and they don't get the proper help inside of 1 to 3 hours, and it just, it does damage. So anyway, I think Jamie's recovering fairly well, so we'll see how that goes. But big up to Jamie. That's a talented brother, so we need him around. That's a talented brother. Did you talk about the soccer player? Mimi, you probably didn't because y'all women.
I didn't talk about the soccer player. I didn't want to do sports because doing sports is getting into your zone. I'm not trying to do all that without
Don't get in my zone. Okay, well, we can get into my zone then. Fuck it. We're gonna get, because I'm going, it's 411, but I'm going there.
Hold on a second. So let's just run it with the sports. Go ahead, George.
Yo, let's get it. Sports and fitness with Roger Hawkins.
Anyway, so real quick update on my guys. I haven't been doing a good job. I've been moving and working, guys. You got to forgive me. But I know the Chefs have we did sign Blaine Gabbert as a backup QB to Patrick. He's a career backup, but here's what I'll say about guys like that. They know their role and they do fine. They make a lot of money. They're kind of unheralded because, again, they really only play when the starting quarterback gets hurt. But Chad Henne, who was our backup, retired, and he went out kind of in a blaze of glory. He did some really cool things in the past couple of years. He's been in the league about 16 or whatever. Anyway, so Gabbert's coming from Tampa Bay, I think. I'm not sure. I just happened to catch that, so we did sign a backup. We've got a couple of big-time prospects coming in, receivers and things like that. So I'm definitely going to get back up on that as the days go by. But yeah, got to get into my man George. Pull up a little bit if you can find it. Anyway, there's a big story going around. There's a gentleman, soccer player, and long story short, his wife, who was older, he's 24, 26, whatever. He married some old bird who tried to get him for his money, but he got her. He socked it to her, and he's my fucking hero. Long story short, he made a bunch of money. She married him 2 years later. She wanted to divorce him and get a bunch of his money. Well, he put everything in his mom's name, and once they got to court, the judge basically said, look, this man doesn't have any possessions, and she's trying to get 20 mil or whatever the case may be. And he told her, you don't get anything. As a matter of fact, because this gentleman doesn't make any money, you now have to pay him spousal support. I need to buy this guy a drink. I want to follow him. He's my fucking hero. And this kid is young and smart. He put it all in his mama's name. So now pretty much everybody, all athletes are going to come out and start doing that shit. Guys, honestly, I'm going to tell you this, whether you're an athlete or anybody, if you do have a good amount of income, if you have earning potential, if you have a lot of that, and you're not sure, I mean, you don't have to blow anybody's spot up. But if you're not sure, listen, find a way to put your money in a trust. You start an LLC, your trust pays your business pays you, and you get so many tax breaks, and you get a lot more protection with your money than you would by just putting it in a bank. A bank account is bullshit. You might as well put it in a mattress. So this young man did it the right way. I just love it because basically he Federline that bitch. That's what I love about it. They didn't have any kids, but he still got her. He got her the good old fat. I love it. I'm sorry, champion the underdog because she showed her true colors and he erased that whole canvas. So now they're going to get a divorce. She's going to have to pay, and he's going to live his best life. He is my hero. He won life, dude. He won.
From my understanding on that, she is like this little big shot actress, speaks like 4 or 5 different languages.
Clearly she's not, because her ass is going. She's going to go the same route that what's that tramp with Johnny Depp?
Right. She got her own little money, but see the thing about it is she got her own little money, and then all his money's in mommy's name. So yeah, she might have to pay some money.
She does. I understand. Good.
Yes, and he is worth more than.
Career tanks. I hope all of her movies fucking flop. Anyway,
he's worth more than $70 million and makes $215,000 a week.
My guy. He's my guy.
Uh-oh.
Damn
Send
it,
that
George.
invoice, Crystal. Send that invoice.
Although we're drinking, so that's cool.
Mr. Black. Okay.
All right, you have my
Watch it be a
attention.
white man that did that.
That part. That ain't it.
What the heck?
All right, we George tried.
Yeah, you seen what it said at the beginning? It was about the soccer thing, but
yeah, they always do that. They always do that.
the hell?
That's blue.
The Phoenix Suns are the Suns.
I just want everybody to see this young man's name and things like that. And I hope they put her name out there too, just so you guys can be, be on the lookout.
See, there it is right there.
Okay.
I don't know
What's
what they
his
got
name?
going on with the video.
Yeah.
But that is
Yeah.
not that.
Yeah,
They
you're
talking
right.
about basketball. But
I
the
know.
whole audio is about him. There he is right there.
Can we get his name?
His name is Hakeem, Akraf Hakeem of PSG.
Yeah, Akraf Hakeem right there.
Right.
Brother, I owe you a drink. That's all I know. I owe you a drink. Now, who is this raggedy ass wife? Let me see who this trollop is.
Her name is Iba
There she is right there.
Abouk. There she go.
Yeah.
Iba
We gonna
Abouk.
boycott her movies. Go digging hoe.
Yes, I
That's
don't. That's nasty. Actually, it's like, okay, he's making all this money. I can go ahead and divorce him now and take what he got. No, bitch, you can't.
And that was the whole thing. So she's like, I want more. And that was proof. First of all, I'm not saying, look, she set her sights on that. She was going to get her hooks in and groom his young behind. And he got her. He won. I love it. It doesn't happen often, but man, I love it. Because she's got, first of all, she's already got her money. So that's plain greed.
Yes.
And then to turn around, I listen. I hope every time he cashes a check or whatever, gets a deposit from her, he just sends her a heart emoji and a fuck you finger. That's what he needs to do every 2 weeks.
Okay, so can we just go ahead and get our disclaimer up while we're at it, George, before you even light that one?
Hey, whatever her name is in her movies, fuck her and feed
We're
her
on
fish.
fire tonight.
Warning, the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Audiences only.
Stinking hoe.
You have to say it.
Yeah, man. Whatever her name, Eva, but whatever. Yeah.
No, she's
don't
not
know.
an Eva. She's not an Eva, but she could have been an Eva. She
I'm
did
just
her own share shit back then. But anyway, yeah.
I got a little something about it. Something about it.
Let's go.
Now, George,
Hold on.
who else we gonna promote? In the
over here.
version?
I'm over here working.
Okay, well, we got.
I love it,
Bro, that's the biggest W ever.
Well, no. Once I
Explain the
found
story.
out though that okay, so pretty much there's this Egyptian soccer player called Hamzi here. Yeah, him, right? So pretty much, and while he was getting paid and he has his salary and everything going directly to his mom, and she pretty much just like pays him or like buy him things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now during the divorce, his wife is trying to go ahead and claim half, and they're saying, wait, no, like his salary and
he gets paid $1,000 a month from his mom. What are you talking? What salary?
Yeah, right.
Alex Jones moved all of his assets out of InfoWars into some random bank accounts so that he wouldn't be able to, so he could declare bankruptcy. I don't know. It sounds like fraud. It sounds like something that would not really work out in the long run. But what country is this taking place in? Because
Egypt or no?
I'm guessing it's
No. Spain.
Maybe Spain doesn't have as sophisticated divorce laws, but I feel like if I tried to pull off this little number right here, because we're doing the prenup right now, and I got to declare everything. I got to declare some random crypto in my Coinbase account. I got to declare fucking everything just to get it all out in the open. The question is how long was he preparing to get divorced for? Was this since day one? And why don't you just get a prenup in the first place if you really want to make sure she don't take shit, right?
Well, thing is this though. So I said, listen,
don't work.
I want to follow file, right? Because he got arrested or charged or implicated for a brutal rape in Spain.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So that's why she's leaving him.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Never mind. The biggest dub is taken back.
or
She's
like
disloyal.
Or say
Stand by your man.
Oh, no. Hey, but honestly, the real fraud at the end of the day would have been a woman getting half of this dude's money when he was working, when he was a soccer player making millions of dollars. Why are you getting half his money? No.
And she's an actress too. She's rich.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how long you guys have been together. Why do the women get half the money when he was on the court, fucking putting his blood, sweat,
You
and
weren't
tears
with
in?
me shooting in the gym,
bro. Exactly.
I remember
To
hearing
be my nigga, I had to be him.
many years ago. I remember hearing 50 Cent say, and this is like, I feel like I kind of learned everything I know about life from 50 Cent, like up to a certain point, because I was just watching his career so closely when I was like,
hey, 50 does keep it 100 though.
I remember 50 Cent said the biggest mistake that all of the richest men that he knows in the world have made is getting married.
Yeah, of course.
And here I am getting married. But you know, it's fucking, you got to do it at some point.
I don't even like
no disrespect, but if I was rich or wealthy, never, I wouldn't. What's funny is my sister and her soon to be her fiance are getting married, and they both do well. They're not rich, but hey, say it again, Trey. But they, you know what? Because they're equally yoked, as the saying goes. You know, the good credit score. That they vetted each other very, very well. But because they both are coming together doing their thing, they said we're going to sign prenups, both of them. So they're legitimately, we came together with what we've got. And of course, they're in our age demographic, so they planned this out like the business that it is. But even when I was younger, I knew that if I would have achieved any type of wealth prior to getting married, wouldn't have happened. It's a bad deal for a man. It's a bad deal in this country.
Okay, so let me ask a question, because guys, I know that we are really, really bashing her for what she did, because that's not like the cool thing. Like I always bash women too that do shit like that. I think it's just cool to just like, you get with somebody with money and then you just want to leave them and now you want to take half of what you did not bring in. Right. But this is the thing, and I'm not saying that she's right in what she did. I think that she's right in the way that she's going about just leaving him, because if this dude done brutally raped somebody, I'm not gonna stand by his side and be like, all right, Papi.
Well, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but and again, we don't know the whole truth. How much of that do you think is just made up? How much gaslighting are people doing on him? And how much shit do you think she really knew before going into it? Being in that industry, there's a lot of stuff that happens. Now, what it's called and how is it classified, the semantics of it, not my area. But I say all that to say most people know a lot of times who they're dealing with when they go in. You can be confused. I mean, you can be lied to and misled, but it would have come out before now because he's had money before now. He was a soccer star before they got married. I still think
that is true. That is true. They got married in 2018. He was like 19 and she was like 31. What are you doing this little boy any damn way?
Trying to get his fucking big boy money. That's why I'm glad she's getting burned like she does. I hope she fucking falls out of her wheelchair when she gets older. Gold digging hoe. I hate
and
this
I
shit.
hope that whole little allegation thing about that rape thing is not true.
No, agreed. Agreed.
Bullshit.
By ever. I mean, it's just.
But that was a real gangster move though, to put all his shit in his mama name. Look, it's really crazy because I had saw this one picture and I wish that I could find it because I didn't even screenshot it. But it was like him with her, like doing their little picture thing, like whatever. And then the other one was like a picture of his mom kissing him, holding his cheek, like, "Yeah, baby, I got your back." That's good.
Hey,
That's
you know how mamas are about those boys. Yeah, you ain't gonna get. And she knew. I guarantee you, his mom knew going
that
in.
these females.
But you're 19,
Yes.
and she's 31, huh? Okay, baby, you get married, have fun, have a blessed life. Don't you get it, girl? No money. Don't you? You know how.
Right.
You don't even have to be overseas for that because there's like momagers like in the U.S. that are all about their sons. Like, no little hoe, no little Karen, you gonna stay away from my baby. You're not gonna get pregnant.
So, Raj, let me back up a little piece.
What up, man?
When you was talking about the Chiefs signing Blaine as the backup quarterback, so they signed him for a 1-year deal.
Okay.
But to answer your question that you wasn't sure of, he came from the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, did he come from Jacksonville?
Actually, that may not be accurate, but he's been in the league for 10 years, since 2010.
We're team
And
number 6, I believe.
He was drafted to the NFL from Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
So he came from Mizzou. He was the quarterback of Mizzou.
I remember seeing his name in college.
So that's a whole turnaround.
Yeah, it's full circle.
You backing
Hey,
Kansas
good
City
for
in
him.
Missouri.
Anytime I see, good for him. Whenever our boys try to make it out, hey, do hang in there. So cool. So go Blaine. We don't want Patty to get hurt, but go Blaine. And they've been dogging Patty on Instagram and on TikTok because Patrick Mahomes ain't got the greatest build in the world. He Adonis, he's not. He's a bad boy, but he's built like his mammy, and so he gets dogged pretty tough. But I guess since he's and the man gets a vacation too. Damn, he's in the off season, but I guess he's looking bad. He's looking real bad. So they've been going pretty hard on him lately, and it's like CB said earlier. If you love someone, if you're a fan, come on, give mere mortals a chance. And here's the funny part about it: 90% of the people doing the criticism look like 5 miles of bad road their damn selves, but they're not the ones that are putting themselves on Front Street. So anybody can be, an armchair critic and shit like that. But you got to have a thick skin.
You know what I think? You know what I like though about him?
What's that?
Because he be having some slick thoughts. And a reporter asked him what was the best thing about winning a second title, a second Super Bowl title. You know what his answer was?
What?
The opportunity to win a third.
Okay. I fucks with him. I like the kid. I like the kid, man. He's been trained well. His pops got him right. He's been around, so
yeah,
he's well prepared.
You know what I think? You know what I think helped him a whole lot was the fact that he grew up in money.
Well, he grew up around celebrity though. He grew up in understanding.
Yeah, he grew up around all that. So by the time he got to that status, he already knew how to handle it and how to deal with it.
He's been groomed.
It wasn't new. It wasn't nothing to go to his head. It was just, this has been my life all the time. So what,
And
well,
what's that?
Go ahead, CB. Say it, Mama.
Oh.
She got something in her throat.
So, what I was going to say is that Antonio Brown was ushered off of the arena football field by security despite ownership. He was saying, "This is my field. I'm the owner." So he was, and actually he was introduced as part owner of the Albany Empire last month. So just one day after he was the wide receiver, he claimed that he was the sole owner of the Albany Empire. The National Arena League owner was ushered off the field by security during the team's season opening game on a Sunday. So that's crazy. So he's part owner, but they kicked him off the field. How is that even?
Well,
he was showing his ass. He's very arrogant.
I've said it before. That guy he's got PTSD and he's got what's his TSD
issues.
I feel bad for him because he received that getting injured in football. He didn't used to be like that. And as much as I love going after people, it hurts me to see him because I saw who he was before the injuries. He's a different person, and it hurts me a lot, man, because I know that all of this crazy shit is because he got knocked around a little bit, and this is what happens to a lot of players.
Of it.
This, really. But this is why Junior Seau killed himself. This is why Aaron Hernandez is now gone. This is why a lot of these people don't realize how. That's why I tell people ask me all the time, did I want my kid to play football or kind of follow me or try to go higher? And I'm like, hell no. I wish my son would have played baseball or anything. I mean, he did not, but I didn't want to play football. And I escaped pretty well without too much bad stuff happening, but it's brutal. And we love the pastime. We love the sport. I love it still to this, but it's brutal. And some people are never the same. If you escape with just minor injuries and your brain is intact and all that, count yourself lucky. And I just feel bad. I feel bad for him.
Right. People look at the fame in it. You know what I'm saying? Especially like parents. They're not thinking of anything that could happen to their kid out there and then all of a sudden something happens. You know what I'm
Get
saying?
they want to get out of
looking at the
poverty.
money.
You have to understand, some people have never owned a home. Some people have never not paid rent. Some people have never not lived in a housing project.
Right.
And their key to this is their child's legs and lungs and arms. Are they willing to make that sacrifice? Yeah, clearly. Absolutely. I mean, it's the truth. They're like, you know what? I'll make that sacrifice. This is my child. I can pray. And you know us, we're gonna pray all day and all night. Hope he doesn't get hurt. But at the same time, please don't get hurt. Keep making those checks because mama likes his house that she now has.
Right.
It's the only way out. To some people, it's not, but to some, it is the only way. It's the most obvious or easiest route, but it's really not. It's not.
Let me ask you a question. When you get a check from sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you decide you do something stupid and they kick you out, do you have to give that money back?
No. They if you're under a certain contract and say for instance you go to jail or you have a lot of different clauses in your respective contract, shall I say. So it's a little different for everybody. Like and they can tell you, just like in the court system, they can say you have to pay it back, but if you don't have it, nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
That's
so
right.
you know, they can say, because guess what? If you give me a 10 million signing bonus and then you pay me a base salary and I go to jail or get in trouble, guess what? You're not getting that 10 million back. If I forfeit the rest, cool. But you're not going to collect shit because I'll just file bankruptcy and now I'm protected. So
right.
You give it back? Technically, no.
Right,
You know,
right.
you can restructure, you can renegotiate like anything, but they don't give that money back. You know, you want to know who should give it back? Brett Favre's bitch ass. Like I said, I hope he gets run over by one of his own taxes. That white boy.
CB, let's go. Let's move it.
I'm sorry, but not really.
Not. That's okay.
Fucking hate Brett Favre.
All right, we'll be right back afterwards.
That part.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Wow.
Hey, Brett.
Would have been nice to know.
You know that.
Hey everybody, it's me, CB. Join us every Wednesday for your Midweek Motivator, offering you conversation, motivation, music, laughter, and a whole lot of fun. So tune in. Let's talk. Join us as we shake things up and talk things out. CB and the boys. Join us for your Midweek Motivation. See ya.
불타오르네. I'ma make you pump like that. 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 Jump like that.
Hey everybody, let's get together and feel alright with CB and the Boys radio show. Join us every Wednesday for your Midweek Motivator, offering you music, conversation, motivation, laughter, and a whole lot of fun. One love.
No, and no.
And we are back. And we are back.
What?
So we're ready to jump. We are ready to jump into.
Go ahead. What's our? Let them know. Let them know what we're talking about. Let them know what the topic is.
Yes, I have no clue. What is our topic? No. Our topic tonight is my house, my rules, clothing optional. Is that okay or not okay? I'll start it off. I think it's okay. And let me read Aunt Diane's response.
Oh shit! Talk to me, Auntie.
She said depends on if there are kids in the house. If there's no kids in the house, I guess it would be okay as long as the adults in the house are in agreement. This topic can go way back to Adam and Eve.
Shit, Adam and Eve was bucket naked, Auntie. Come on now. Ain't nothing wrong with running around the house with a fig leaf on. Shit, that's what I'm talking about.
Ew.
My thing is, I think it's okay. I'm one of those parents that I'm comfortable in my skin. And so, yeah, I walked around in my skivvies and my kids were around. They're my kids. So, and that's what makes my kids feel comfortable in their own skin. They have no qualms walking around butt-ass naked. I mean, that's just us.
The kids
I
running
think,
around. The kids running around the house like.
That was Aramis after bath time. Seriously.
Listen. I mean,
he didn't do that. He did not do that.
Hey man,
He did not do that.
I don't know. Okay.
But
So,
I think
at what age in your house? Is it like, okay, we should probably, because again, you've got a daughter and a son, and you being a woman. I mean, I understand women. I know plenty of mothers that just they naked and walking. I mean, I deal with that all the time because I'm in an ocean of estrogen. So it's one of those things. But if my son was here, obviously, I think that would be a little bit different. And even as they were coming up, that's just not something. Most boys, after about 8, 9, or 10, are like, "Mama, cut that shit out, put that shit away." But with girls, I don't think it's an issue. Like you let them be comfortable, so that whole taboo doesn't cause them to go out in the world and be misinformed, and then it leads to something else. But in your house, so what age at your house was it one of those? Okay, the boy's he can't be around for that, but the girl is whatever. You guys.
No, I mean, to this day, I mean, they're my kids. And
your son does not want to see your ass naked.
My thing is this. I want them to be comfortable with their own bodies. When they go to their own prospective households, whenever that will be. And I don't see anything wrong. I mean, I have nothing that they've not seen before, and vice versa. So it's nothing. It's like, oh, that's just mom. That's just us. That's just our family dynamic. If we want to walk around butt naked, we will walk around butt naked. I mean, and I don't see anything wrong with it.
Okay.
I think every household is different. I mean, there are whole colonies called nudists who walk around naked in front of each other. They'll have, naked barbecues. And then there's a show that Roger mentioned called Naked and Afraid. I watched that show. So, I mean, it's just your body. It's just, it covers your insides. It's your skin, and you have to be comfortable in the skin that you're in. You only get one unless you have plastic surgery to change that.
Right. I'm very, very comfortable in the skin that I'm in, but I just have a thing with walking around my kids naked. Like I have a cousin that does that, and she still does that till today. Like she's super like, I don't care. My son is grown out. You come to this house, I'm gonna be walking around naked. Get it? You don't feel like it? Don't come by over here.
Who I've noticed that with Caribbean women. Like I know a lot of Caribbean women, and it's a cultural thing. I've heard a lot about it, like grown-ups in the house and everybody just walking through, grown sons and shit like that. Like, and again, I guess because I'm more westernized, my thought process is now if it's all adults and they're not my children, that's one thing. I don't give a shit who's in the room, who's in the house. But my kids is different. Like honestly, my kids they still ask if they come in the bathroom and my shade is closed, "Daddy, are you naked?" If I'm in the shower and they want to talk to their mom, because again, I got girls, and I'm just going to speak to you from a guy standpoint as a boy who grew up into a man. We don't want to fucking see our mother naked after a certain age, and it's usually probably like I said, it's single digits. So whether you think I want them comfortable, no, that's fucking scarring. Now, as a man, I'll watch anybody be naked. I don't give a shit if it's your mom or your grandma, whatever. Yeah, you stripping, I'm watching. That's just how men think.
Because can you imagine the thought of a little boy looking at like his female, right, and be like, my mama shit don't look like that. Like, I don't know.
Hey, right. You got an outie. My mom got an innie. What's up with that? What? But
yeah,
no,
what happened? She got hair. She shaves. What's going on?
Okay, so now from the child standpoint, because and then this is George and I, because, and the gentleman on here on the chat, because we're guys. Now, when you're younger, of course, you show your boy how to pee inside and outside, things like that. And all little boys have that moment when you look over at daddy and then you think, shit, I'm gonna be there one day.
Oh my God, George. See if you could pull up this video right quick while we're talking about the little boy who comes out of the bathroom and he's telling his daddy that he doesn't have his balls. Have you guys seen that video? It's the cutest freaking video on Instagram or YouTube. But it is so cute because he's like, my balls are gone. And he's having this fit about not finding his balls because his dad balls are evidently bigger. It's like, I don't have my balls are gone. And he's really serious about it. And every time I see that video, because he was so serious, it's so cute though, and so innocent,
That's pretty funny. But I think all that to say, I understand what you're saying. As if you're a woman with a female child, yeah, the more comfortable that they are knowing, things are natural. Listen, I think it's better because a lot of stuff doesn't happen in the dark now. Because growing up, a lot of us growing up, our folks didn't talk to us about shit, and they were like, "Don't touch that. That's your, keep your pee, your private, all that bullshit. They call it your private. It's private. Don't show." So we weren't allowed to be comfortable, and therefore, or not speak about it, and then therefore, you got curious. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that.
What?
He can't see here.
What can't see what?
Because I don't have no balls here.
What do you mean you have no balls?
Is there supposed to be balls in here?
There's balls in your sack, dude. Behind you. They don't go away.
There's no in here. What is those?
Chloe, knock it off, dude. What are you talking about?
Remember?
I don't need to see them.
Do you know there's no balls and there's no the thingies?
What things?
The round thingies?
Yes, that's your balls.
Yeah, but it's gone.
Where did they go?
I don't know.
Go in the bathroom.
I did.
Check. I'm sure they're there. All right. What?
Where are they from? Fucking Jersey or Connecticut? Where are they from? His dad's
so cute.
I don't know if they have fucking hair.
It's the cutest thing.
How did they ever thought you lost some balls?
He's like, the little thingy.
Okay. Let me ask you this. So we're taking children out of it. If you were with someone that like wanted to see you, because I realize a lot of people, even though you date, you're with people, you have relationships, some people still aren't comfortable in their own skin. If you had a man or a woman who was like, listen, I want you to walk around naked, I like to see you naked, or leave the light on and all that, would you be comfortable doing that? Because I know a lot of people. No,
I'll tell you what. One, he ain't in the circle. It's been me and my kids against the world since January 6th, 1998, when they first on the scene. So it's different when it's your children and you. It's just different. You have that.
You know what? That is actually almost contradicting. Right.
But wait, what if this is somebody that you're supposed to be like in a relationship with? I mean,
no. Let me finish. So if it's just the three of us, and then a guy pops on the scene, no, I want the lights off. No, I want the lights off. Okay, I'm comfortable walking around my space.
So what you're saying is, if you're at home naked,
I'm comfortable walking around my space.
So what you're saying is,
the way I want to walk around my space. But if some dude pops up, I don't know. No, I wouldn't feel comfortable walking around butt naked in front of a dude. No.
So what you're saying is, if you're at home naked and somebody shows up at the house, this is you.
Yeah.
Yo, George, y'all can tell George had some time.
100%. Yeah.
George had been in the lab. He didn't have some time.
Yes. Unknown to us, right?
Mimi, what about you?
No, I was saying that it's almost contradicting with what you were saying earlier, because you like be comfortable in your own skin and walk around naked. Yeah. But you can't be that comfortable in your own skin and walk around naked if you're not going to walk around naked around somebody that you're dating or what have you.
They like what they see. They want that.
So
Nah,
if they want that, he's getting it. He's gonna get what he wants.
No, he's not. He's not. Not if the lights are on. No.
Because if you say, baby,
When it's
I want you
time
to
to
walk
go
around
to the
like this,
boom boom room,
I know
I'm
what's
either
going
in
down.
lingerie. No, I'm either in lingerie. Like I wear a lot of lingerie. I love lingerie. And I like to wear a t-shirt and panties. T-shirt and my panties on. Yeah, that's my thing. So if someone shows
That's
up,
almost a
and
good
I have,
outfit. If you get rid of those damn panties, that's a good outfit because that's what we like. We don't. Here's the thing, we're just so y'all know out there, women in the world, that's cool for movies or if you're doing something ahead of time. We don't give a shit about your lingerie. It can be fine, sexy, whatever, but that's just coming off. It's gonna get ripped. So let me give you some advice. Segue. If you really want us to appreciate and enjoy your lingerie, I suggest you have a job that you're doing while you're wearing it. That's the only way we're gonna let you keep that bullshit on. Because otherwise, open the door, that looks great. Take it off. That's how we think. So anyway,
That's it. And I'm gonna take it off. Come on, Bobby, let's go.
I don't
fair
let them
enough.
take it
Some
off.
people, because some people get mad. I spent
don't
all
let
this
them
time
take
getting this
it off.
together. I put this together, and listen. You know how many times in our lives men get told you didn't even see that. You're not even looking at it. Now, when we get older, we're like, yeah, you're right. I don't give a fuck. So, are we doing this or what? We love it. We love pictures of it. We love to see it before,
No,
like.
I
But
don't.
if
I
it's
don't
time
let
for
them
action,
see me. I don't let them see me naked. The lights have to be off. They can't see anything. They can feel their way, but they can't see it.
so you might well just fuck a bunch of blind guys in. This
Boring.
So, Mimi,
It's
you
all good,
Oh,
Mama.
I'd
We
have
like
a
what you
lot of
like.
fun with a blind man.
So you all about walking around? You all about walking around? Look, if it's just like, yo, you all about
Look,
it?
if this is the thing, if that's what he wants, and it's him and I, he's gonna get it. That's it. That's it. There's nothing to that. Because it is what it is. Like, and you know what? And I'm not gonna give you no work to do either. There's not gonna be no work. It ain't gonna be no, baby. I gotta hold on. This shirt or this is no. Let's go.
So okay, so now I'm gonna say I had my best friend years ago. Speaking of football, tying all the shit in. We were younger. We were a little bit young. We were in our 30s, and he was dating an older woman, and so she's probably about 10-ish, 10, 11 years older. And I just remember that was one of the things he talked about because he was talking about he was like, man, look, older women know what the hell they want. They know how to get down. And one of the things that really, really had him just turn the fuck out is she would come in the house after the game or after going out and hanging out. He was like, she would just instantly get naked. She was super comfortable. She would just come in and just strip like those clothes have been burning her all day. And he said he loved that. So if they sat and smoked or drunk or did whatever, he was like, we'd be having just a really good conversation, but she'd just be butt ass naked. And he was like, that shit drove me wild. And I'm like, facts, I feel you. So I think, ladies, what y'all have to understand about us is we are really simple. You overcomplicate us. We are a box of 8 crayons. You guys are 64.
And you know what it is? This is the thing, though, Roger. We are too. We are too. We just like to complicate things a little bit by doing some extra bullshit.
A lot of
no
fucking
business
bit.
doing.
That's why y'all gotta have a sharpener on the back. You gotta have blue green and green blue in the same box because you crazy motherfuckers want one thing today and want something different tomorrow. But you know what?
Okay, that's some other chicks. It's not all of us like that.
No, it is. It is. It's just the nature of your. It's double X chromosome. It is, and it's okay. But the fact of the matter is, understanding that we like that. If you want to please your man, you don't have to go buy a bunch of shit. We are simple. So, like CB said earlier, t-shirt, panties. If you got to go get the mail, but other than that, you ain't got to have that shit on. And
except them goddamn toys.
Huh? Oh, listen. Now we gonna have a toy conversation. I already tried to told y'all. Now, like I said, once I get all my slideshow together, we teaching class in this motherfucker. I done told y'all before. When y'all were here, see, guys, we didn't get to tell y'all about when they got here. Like I said, Roger was putting on a show at Lions Den in Vegas. They wanted me to come back and film, but anyway, we'll talk about it another day. So, but that's just it. Like you don't have to have that much excessive. You guys like to wear our t-shirts normally because of the whole scent thing. See, that turns you guys on. Oh, it's got your scent. Da da da. Okay, cool. You don't have to buy lingerie. If you want my t-shirt with my scent, just wear that with nothing on under that shit. I see the imprint.
I just need to know that when I want it, I'm getting it.
Well, that notwithstanding, as long, but again, as a man, we're gonna say if you answer the door naked, then you're getting whatever the hell you want. You might get some work done, a couple bills paid, and you're gonna get some dangus. That's how we feel.
The
It ain't gotta
t-shirt with
be
the
that.
scent, with the t-shirt with the scent is like some baby shit. Like when the baby's a baby and it's like, you know what, the
Look,
baby's gonna go to sleep with the t-shirt with the daddy scent or the mama
right,
scent. That's what I'm thinking about when you say
right.
stuff like that. I would immediately
Daddy,
went to like,
Roger is basically saying if he geared up like that, he's gonna come through like this.
First of all, my ass is nicer than that. Second of all, nigga, I don't wear booty shorts. I might come through like that in what looks to be like some spandex or some bikers, like some fucking, you know, some
Speedo.
football girdle. But no, I don't do booty shorts.
oh my gosh. Wow.
I ain't doing booty shorts. Hey, listen, if y'all ever see me doing that, y'all know I'm trying to save my family's life, though, because that's the only way you're gonna get me to do this shit. They kidnap my family. That's horrible. That's horrible. So the key with us is always butt naked. It's always butt naked. That's what you're gonna. Okay, so CB made another point. Yeah, this whole if you had someone who's like, look, I want to see everything. If you say you like the lights off, that's a deal breaker. You gotta leave the lights off? No lights?
Yep.
Not even a TV, not even a little like one of the little lights you put the little plugins.
Yep.
Pitch black, Crystal?
Nah.
With some nice music, you know, playing.
That's bullshit. See, that's young. When you're younger, you ain't quite sure about shit. But when you get older, you gotta look a motherfucker in the face and make some ugly face and talk crazy to him. Like, you know, it's about to happen, right? It's about to be some fresh out of jail fucking right here. You gotta do that kind of thing.
No. I'm good.
Hey, see, Mimi already thinking
me
about
and
it. She
my
like,
toy will
shit.
be just fine.
How you gonna enjoy
I'm not
something?
with CB. I'm not with CB at all tonight. That's my girl, but
If a dude don't look at you like I'm about to pull your motherfucking hair, and I might rob you after I get through with this. But you, girl, that ain't real love.
That's role play. That's
And he can leave.
Mimi tripping.
Can leave.
See, I didn't touch the nerve.
I'm just saying, yes, you did, honey. Curls and all coming down. Like, hold on, curls.
Get your arms. And when he talked through his teeth, if you don't get your arms, I'm gonna tear this mother. See right there. If the only thing you should say after that is, "Ooh, what kind of sandwich you want when you get done, boy? You play too much." That's what you ought to be saying.
Look, there's a whole meal on top of that stove. Okay.
Hey, George, who be smoking first? You
Trey said playing Barry White. Hey.
You got. Hey man, listen. After a certain point, you can't give. You know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think, and this is just me from a comfort standpoint. I know when I was younger, I always wanted to be very, very sure about things. So if I don't have 100% certain, and I'm gonna tell a little bit much about myself, but I would deliberately, if someone was like that, and I mean, I'm sorry, I love y'all, but I'm an asshole. If you was like, don't look, you know how they, hey, George, you didn't deal with them, don't look at me type motherfucker. Let me jump under the covers, don't look at me. Hey, I would snatch the whole sheet and comfort off the bed, turn the blinds on, and stare. It wouldn't do shit until you get comfortable.
Never had that issue.
But butt ass naked, won't move until you get comfortable. You better sprawl. Because I know, like we adults here. If we ain't adult fucking, we ain't fucking.
But that kills the whole mode to even go into that.
And everybody's different because you know what you're used to, you know what your norm is. But my thing is, it's comfort. That really, believe it or not,
tell me that wouldn't instantly turn you off if you know that you're about to get down like that, and all of a sudden she's like, all the bullshit.
So, but that's when you go, look, as a man, you have to be like, look, if I get it, cool. If I don't, cooler. And in that way, you don't lose nothing. So then you stand there with the Superman pose, and you got your wacky doing the helicopter, and then you go, now what is going to be? and then you do the happy wacky dance side to side, and go, look, Hey, it is what it is. We can watch Family Feud butt ass naked or something, but we gonna do it butt ass naked.
Right.
I mean, everybody's different, but I just think as adults, we gotta embrace shit.
Yes, we do. CB?
But you gotta make them feel comfortable. If somebody really, really loved what you had, you don't think you would be willing to compromise? If somebody was like, listen, I am crazy about you and this and da 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 da. I need that and I want to see it. I'm crazy about it. That's what everybody wants to hear, right? Especially, the ladies, y'all want to hear that. So you're not compromising.
Nope.
She said, not at all. It's like, baby, what happened? I didn't pay the bill. Like,
what if y'all both got to wear Harlequin mask or got to wear fucking would that be better? Because you get the
that bitch would have to have on a blind mask for CB, okay?
Right. Okay. Would you would you do that? Would you do that if you could have a blindfold on now? You don't have to see shit. But he's like, look, I love seeing you. I want to see you, but you ain't got to see me see you. So you put the blindfold on, and then he goes to town.
There's no compromise with this little chick.
Okay. You don't see, baby. You don't like getting yo shit. You don't like getting your kitty eaten. Because if a man is telling you, listen, girl, I'm gonna put your feet to Jesus, and I'm gonna go to town. As long as you let me do me, shit, girl, you better shoot them motherfuckers up like somebody hit a jackpot. Aunt Diane, I need you to talk to her. Auntie, talk to her. Cause see, I know that men ain't Diane. I ain't gonna tell on you right now, but I know Aunt Diane is. She bad it like that. And Diane be drinking Jack Daniels with her brother, so I already know she nasty. You nasty.
Hey, Auntie, we're not listening to Roger.
Love you. I'm gonna get stabbed. It's all right. It's cool. I'm good with that.
Next time she see you, she gonna be like, "Let me jab him in the freaking left rib right."
She gonna hit me in the throat. Yeah, that's cool. Just hold my head back and pour my Jack. Hey, George awful quiet up there. Y'all want to know why? Because George be role playing. I personally seen a big ass oversized pacifier and diaper at George's house, but I ain't telling on nobody.
Wow. TMI.
Hey, what you do is your business. What you do is your business. Hey, Trey, don't act like you ain't came in and pretended to be the arresting officer and put her under arrest. Lady, ma'am, I'm gonna need to frisk you 2 or 3 times. And I'm not using my hands. Look at this fool right here. Maybe talking about I did it. I'm guilty, your worship.
What? Frisk me right now. Let's go. What?
Hey, no. Listen. George already tried to show my outfit.
And Diane said, y'all funny.
She's so right.
Just saying, Auntie.
I ain't telling nobody. Oh, shit.
And he and his roller skates, baby. It looks like a hot ass summer day in Texas or some shit.
Arizona. You know that's Atlanta. She talking about Texas. That's fucking Piedmont.
That is not no Atlanta. You would need to show where that is, Roger.
I just told you, Piedmont Park, go past Buckhead. I know my way around. Promise you. That's Atlanta.
You know what? It could be.
I know it is fucking.
Look kind of like Decatur.
Listen. Texas. The only difference is Texas. They would have guns on each hip. Other than that, shit. That's Atlanta.
He would have had on a belt buckle and
hey, look at Trey. Trey, like, yeah, that's ATL, dog. That's ATL.
Trey, stop.
Oh, that's how they get down.
Yes. All day long.
All right. Let's see where your brains are.
Mine is in the gutter.
Ew.
Wait. Now here's the question. Were you saying ew because that wasn't an impressive apparently booty, or because you just thought it was a finger going in the booty? I'll wait.
I think choice A.
So if it was an impressive one, you'd be like, all right. Listen, I ain't mad at you. And she needed a tan.
I never said it was a booty. I just showed picture.
No, I said Mimi. I asked Mimi if she thought that's what it was, and she was underimpressed because it wasn't a nice one. That's what I was asking. So if it had been a nice one, Mimi would have been like, all right. It's cool. Hey, listen.
You never know.
Don't try. Hey, listen. Yeah, you do. Look at this point. Look, sometimes look. No, fuck that. No, ain't no faking around this motherfucker. We ain't faking.
No, we're not. That's why Crystal say go to the dark.
Nope. Because here's the thing: if somebody, all right, I worked at a club. George, play a disclaimer again. Why? I'm just because you said something about the dark and it just took me to some experience.
Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
So here's why the hell that dark shit don't work. Because if you ever worked at a club like I have, and you've seen certain people trick certain other people or claim to, you realize, nah, motherfucker, I need to inspect everything. I'm inspecting and I'm cup checking everything out the gate. So, I'm just doing an equipment check, making sure we got all that we need before we enter this game. You see what I'm saying? I need you to have all your proper equipment. And I've watched some people leave with other people who look like they're playing on the same side of the team and pretended they didn't know. But I've said before, hey, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but if your shoulders are broad as mine, your feet as big as mine, your hands are bigger than mine, and you taller than me, that's a hard pass. I mean, call me what you want.
And then your voice sound like this when you talk. That should give you a big clue.
Right. Like you've been smoking motherfucking Marlboros and Newports in prison for a long time. I mean, it's a hard pass, So yeah, no, I need to inspect. I'm a body inspector. Like, shit, number 74. I needs to see everything.
Look, and that's the same thing. That's the same thing with us females too. There are a lot of females out here that using all that testosterone stuff. And then them females out here looking like guys for real. You
can look like a guy, but do you really think, considering we are all a little bit older, considering you probably know your way around a male body, you really think you could be tricked with something that ain't a real dick? You really think you could be tricked?
No, you know why? Because I'm a toucher and a feeler and all that stuff. So you ain't tricking me as the shit talk about put your hands back and all this bullshit. No.
Yeah. Let me hold your hands up here. Don't move. See,
so it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work for me. I'm a touchy feely kind of chick. I'm exploring all options. Flag
I have to feel and taste it.
Trey.
Oh Lord, don't do that again. Let me put you in timeout. I don't want to see that.
Oh, then I missed it. I go back and watch the video.
That's like looking at my sister. I ain't even got one.
You know what? Then some conversations we just can't have, but we're gonna have them. The uncomfortable conversations. CB and the boys.
That's true. That's true.
I'm telling Aunt Diane.
Oh, you already know.
She's watching. I'm sure she knows.
Whatever.
Hey, I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know what y'all
just saying.
Hey, that's the best response.
M.A. What the heck does that mean?
Hey, you know what? Mimi, I'm gonna let you have that later on. I'm out of there.
What just happened?
Don't worry, I'll wait. I'm trying to be fucking PC here. Y'all messing it up. Damn.
He was missing the I.
We're uncensored.
That's okay, because whether that shit is MIA or MA, it's me.
Thank you. Y'all need to be handheld through this shit. Mimi, we got some class to teach up here, clearly.
Oh, Lord.
I knew what it was. Somebody was
Hey, ain't ashamed of my game. You don't know, you don't know. Now I know. Shit. Fuck it. Fuck it, crack 2 kids in a bucket.
Okay, how much time we got left? Okay, we got 11 minutes. What's the craziest thing you ever did naked? It don't matter inside, outside. What's the craziest thing you ever did naked?
Not that.
You know what? You full of shit. Go away. What's the craziest thing you think you've ever done naked? When everybody talk at once, you dirty, nasty mom.
I don't know.
Which time?
Is that much shit?
Yes.
You said which time?
It probably
Good Lord.
is. It probably. Okay. Okay. I got one time for this confession.
Hey, you may speak, my child. Go ahead. Let's be father because you've sinned. Come on. I'm a daddy.
One time confession. Outside, across the street from a restaurant that my daughter worked at in 2004.
You ain't shit. Boy, you ain't shit. You ain't shit on the shingle. High five. High five. You ain't shit.
Didn't get busted though.
I mean, hey, listen. I mean, all the better. All the better. Come on. Don't lie about it, George. Like I said, don't lie about it. Just like I said, I don't care if Nicole listening. Tell her I said you shut your ass up and go to sleep and let this man.
What are you talking about?
Nicole, no, it's all about her today. Okay, she is not bothered by the past.
Nicole need to have her ass in the bed. Ain't she got to go to work? Hey, go to sleep. Listen, we grown folks talking right now. See, I'm here now.
She probably is well asleep by now. What she does, she gets in the bed, she opens up YouTube on the TV,
pays attention,
and watches our show.
And
so when we get done with the show and I go upstairs to the bed, it's over and she's knocked out. Most of the time. Sometimes she's
George,
still awake.
Tell them about what you did when you lost that bet. What happened now? Come on.
Ooh.
First of all, I ain't never lost that bet. That part.
Oh shit! You lie. Your truth ain't in you.
Second of all, crazy.
Oh,
I don't know.
Shit! Hold on.
Hello. In a pool at a hotel in Oklahoma with a bar full of people. Ew.
Wow, that's bold. You got some balls, Trey.
That's Super Bowl.
Hey, that's why he did it, because he got marbles. You got marbles, Trey.
I did have one like that. It was in a nightclub in a booth, and the club was packed.
That's kind of easy. You know, it's really kind of easy.
She just sat on my lap.
Let me see you do brown. I want to rock.
It was that Freaknik and shit and the club.
Hey, yo, speaking of Freaknik,
which we haven't spoken on, and we should.
We haven't. Now look it. I actually didn't. I've never been. I wanted to go. I actually intended to try to go around 95 and didn't make it. My middle sister, the one that's getting married, was actually there, but she was approved back then. Sorry, no, she ain't got no good stories. But the shit that went on. How many relationships do you guys think will be ruined if this shit actually airs? Because people are going to try to stop it. They're going to try to sue and try to stop Hulu from publishing.
Look, man, once passed is once passed. It is what it is. Ain't nothing but a bunch of freaking fun.
Joe, okay.
There's a Facebook video of a dude looking at a Freaknik thing and some chick doing something, and then his partner was like, "Man, that's your mama." He was like,
"Boy, look."
Oh. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of bad feelings in reference to that. But what the hell?
Okay, so let me ask y'all this. Well, dudes, I ain't gonna ask the girls because women talk that bullshit. Your past. Fuck that. No, it's not. Gee, if you learned something like that, if you saw your gal immortalized on film and that shit came out on Hulu, is that a deal breaker? Like, especially
No. Why would it, Roger? You wasn't even there at the time. He was probably freaking
If we wasn't together, then
yeah, you gotta live with it. You
you
gotta
full of
live with
shit,
it.
Roger.
It is what
You know
it
what?
is.
I had a whole lot of bullshit respect for you, but this one here, this can't. How?
The problem
Why?
is, listen, here's the deal. If you discuss things openly with people, because here's the thing, I'm gonna give you a shot to tell me the truth in the beginning. Whatever it is, I'm gonna be open. But if you go, oh no, I've never done, that's just like, it's like the whole
No, that's a different story.
right. So if you go, hey, here's my standard go-to, believe it or not, since I've been a young man. I don't ask details, I don't ask anything, but what I will say is there anything I need to know?
No, yes.
Is because here's the deal. And my rule is don't ever fucking have me shake somebody's hand who can laugh behind my back. I've been married over 20 years. Out the door. She'd be out the door right fucking now. You can go ask her. Out the door right now. If there was something I needed to know that I didn't know. Now, if I chose to roll with that, but if something like that comes along and you go, oh yeah, by the way, I got recorded I got a train ran on me by the whole fucking fraternity of so-and-so. Your ass is gone because you had the opportunity. You took away my choice. You took away my option.
Yeah,
And that's gonna be
I
fair.
can understand that.
If you went down there and did your thing, you're like, ooh, thank God there was no camera. All right, cool. As long as I never meet those people or the whole group don't come and go, dog, yo, girl. So I understand what you're saying about, yeah, it's the past. But
There's boundaries to that.
But yeah, people go, men worry about the past, women worry about the future. And this is why. This is very much why, because you don't want to shake a brother's hand going, nigga, did you know that your girl barks like a dog if you do such and such? Really? This raggedy bitch ain't ever barked for me. See, you don't want to have that conversation. So that's all I'm saying. So I think there are going to be some careers that get ruined, and I think there are going to be some relationships that go down the drain.
And we're going to have to be.
It's only 2 weeks away, right?
I can't. And as much as I don't like reality TV, I can't wait.
I know. I might see my brother there. He's no longer with us, but he was the advocate of Freaknik. He would call my youngest brother and I. He would call us in the islands and be like, "Yo, guess where I'm at?"
And you know what? I mean, that's cool.
And they said at one point they said they wasn't having it in Atlanta no more.
Well, after 99, it was dead anyway. After like 95, it was going down. By 99, it was dead.
Your beautiful family, we got 3 minutes. We got 2 minutes.
Hey, listen. Sorry, guys. I've been a good guy my whole life. All I ever did was went to choir rehearsal and cleaned up the neighborhood. So I don't have any stories to tell like the rest of these heathens. But anyway, hey, keep it safe, keep it naked. I'm gonna holler at y'all.
One love, God bless. See you guys next week. Okay, tune in.
Peace, love, and hair grease, and watch out for the.
What you wanna do? Tell that boy screw. You need to go.
Well, thank you so much for rocking with us tonight. We come to you every Wednesday for your Midweek Motivator, offering you music, laughter, conversation, motivation, and fun. Hopefully you got that. And then some. Don't forget to go to our website, cbandtheboys.org. And while you are here, drop us a like and subscribe on the video below. And share it. Share our videos, share our podcast. We need your help in order to be able to do more. And it could get you some really nice prizes. So do so, scratch our back and we'll definitely scratch yours. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we will see you next time, same channel. For next week, we are discussing what's your flavor. Do you want Mr. and Mrs. Right or Mr. and Mrs. Something to Do? The choice is yours. But think about it. Why can't it be both? Next week, we'll discuss it. So we'll see ya. Bye.
Scratch our back naked.
Serena boys have left the building.